What's up, guys? Welcome back to Beers and Gears. In today's episode,
we're installing an adjustable track bar
on the XJ. Okay, so before we get started on this, we're going to show you everything you're going to need for the job.
5/8, 11/16, 3/4, 18, 19, or 3/4, 18, 15, 11/16, 18 millimeter shallow well, 1/2 inch swivel, 1/2 inch extension, a chisel. Well, a punch, a chisel, another chisel, aka a screwdriver, hammer, pry bar, impact gun, and just in case you need to ream stuff, a drill. And don't forget the Loctite. Hey, you got me a beer?
Sure thing, man, no problem. So what is the purpose of a track bar? Well, let's go around to the back here first. Since the axle is centered perfectly under the Jeep, the tires are perfectly in line with the fender flare on each side. Now if we come around to the front and look at the same thing, we did the lift on this, but we didn't do the adjustable track bar yet. So we can see how far the tire is inside of the fender flare and how much of the flare is sticking out. We'll walk over to this side. We can see how much of the tire is sticking out from the fender flare. So the track bar adjusts the axle side to side, and that's what we're going to be doing today with this adjustable one. Okay, so we're going to start off by identifying the track bar. The track bar is located right above your axle, and it runs over to your frame. It's that bar right there. Alrighty, we're going to start by running this bolt out here.
It's a 15 millimeter, but it has a flange nut on the other end.
Alright, on up along your frame rail, there's two 18 millimeter bolts.
Alrighty, those are out.
So if you come down in the frame rail here, there are two 18 millimeter bolts right there. After you have your bolts out of here, the two on the side and the two inside the wheel well, you can remove your track bar.
What you gotta do is lift up on the track bar and then pull off. And then weasel this out of there.
Alright, so now that we have the old track bar out, we can compare it to the new one. The new one is adjustable. It has heim joints. The bracket on it is much beefier than the old one. And the new track bar comes with supplied hardware for the bar itself, but we're going to be reusing the old hardware for the bracket, and we're going to be installing lock washers on that so it doesn't come loose.
Alright, first with this bracket, we're going to install the two upper studs first. It goes up like this and hooks into the studs, and then that would line up these two bottom holes.
Push the studs out. There's one. There you go.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Now leave these loose. Bolts with the supplied lock washers and start them up through. Then tighten these two up. You have supplied hardware to go in this heim joint. So you take your collars, you put them in here, and that creates the bolt hole. But oh no, it doesn't fit. Oh no. So I'm going to have Brandon hop in, start the Jeep up, and we're actually going to use the steering system to move the body over the axle. So he's going to start the Jeep up and turn it, I don't know which way.
That's the driver, right?
Passenger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it up, and then we're going to drive it around, bounce it around, flex the suspension out, and then we're going to measure.
Hey man, can you grab me a beer?
Yeah.
Alright, so he has the track bar installed, but we still need to adjust it yet because this side is still not flush with this side. And if we look at the top of the tread on this side, it's flush with the top of the fender flare. So the whole axle needs to go passenger side.
Yep. Alright, what we're going to do here is, since we still need to center the body over the axle, we got to take this back apart, screw that, because the body needs to go to the passenger side, so we're going to make this longer by screwing this out. So Brandon, hop in the Jeep, wiggle it around so I can get the bolt out. All right. Well,
she moves.
She's out. She's all apart. All right. So like I said, we're going to adjust this out. I'm going to say roughly about a 1/2 inch. She looks happy right there. So tighten up your, well, just run your jam nut up. And don't forget your little bushing collars, and you're going to have to hop in and you're going to have to do the whole process over again. Cold beer intake. Alright, you need to measure to make sure your body is perfectly centered over the axle. So what I like to do is take my 4-foot level, put it up against the tire. Now, however, the alignment should be relatively good. I mean, make sure it's relatively good. Put it up against the tire, make sure it's flat, and you need to pinpoint a spot on this frame rail and the driver's side frame rail that you want to measure off of. I want to go for right here. What I'm going to do is take my tape measure and put it against the sway bar end link to the frame and come the whole way out to my level. And I got at the outer edge 21 1/4. Alright, and this side, do the exact same. Now you got to take into effect, we just added a 1/4 inch piece of steel bracketry right here, but they got a nice little circle so you can measure right on the frame rail. So we're going to do the same to the frame rail, up against the sway bar end link, pull it the whole way out, and if you can see that, it's 21 1/4. Perfect.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like our videos,
Like and subscribe.
make sure you check out Mingle's Auto Repair in Mifflin, PA. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like our videos,
Like and subscribe. Beers and gear.
let's do that again. I feel like we can do better.
Yeah, because I didn't know I was supposed to say like and subscribe. And then